Ah, I see that people are here now.
Oh.
Uh, as in, I am. People watching this after it was posted, I'm just going to wait on the screen for a moment. Half because I don't remember if there's a video that comes up when I start Mission 8, and half because I'm trying to get links to work right and give people a chance to come in. Until then, go ahead, grab your popcorn. I know you probably keep some handy. Watching me inevitably get lost, doing actually nothing. It's a specialty of mine, really.
Good luck.
Oh yes, also we have the same asshole from before,
Yo.
who I don't think has any actual links for himself to plug in, so not just is he that asshole, but he's also that guy. Worst
I'm
kind,
under
really.
contract, man. Hey, man, I'm under contract. I have to.
You see what I have to deal with? Oh, I want to say no, but I would be lying. And unfortunately for me, meme stream is a go. I'm just going to wait one quick moment longer to see if anyone else is going to drop by and make my life hell. As in, no, I'm bored. Let's go.
Alright.
Okay, sticking with best costume. Just quickly showed off costumes. Clearly I'm playing the best one. Oh, wait, is this the mission I think it is? I think it's the fun mission. No, there was that one mission, remember? Where it wasn't actually fun at all. And instead, it was just horrible because no part of it was fun, but all of it was story relevant. And fuck that mission. Fuck the tube with the sword sharks. And, fuck
God.
and, you know, the window that's apparently a boss, and just everything to do with that mission, really. All of it.
I think the best part about that mission was Agnes's taunts. If you actually listen hard enough to hear them.
Oh, does he actually say things during the boss fight?
I think it's mostly just giggles and whatever.
Oh, thanks, Machi. I'm glad someone, has fun watching me suffer. Ow. Get back here, you lizard piece of shit. Ah. Son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, they have shields.
Unfortunate. Ah, damn it. Why are I not using charge shots? That's a great start. Perhaps I need to live stream more often. My skills are getting rusty. Kill me. No, this, I think it's this way. Don't mind me, I might spend another mission getting lost, nothing to worry about.
Do you remember the little mission start text?
No, I don't read those.
Okay.
Why, did that tell me where I was supposed to go?
Maybe.
Oh, damn it. Ah, there it is. The Sephirothic fruit.
Yeah.
Anyone? Anyone? Y'all fuck off now that I'm actually in the flow of things? Bitches.
I really hope someone's playing some Ocarina of Time OST in the background.
Is that what you're hearing?
It's what I hope to hear.
Because that's not what I'm doing.
It's playing in my head.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because of the area you're in right now.
True. Well, Machi is. Okay. So this is probably the only puzzle in the game that I'm going to really explain to people because it doesn't really make sense unless you know what you're doing. Now, a normal person might click on that, see that the text is basically unreadable because of the fucking angle that they put it in, and decide to just run through this forest and find themselves in a stupid position. Such as this. Which, to be fair, these hidden pits are absolutely fantastic. No! No chimeras! Fuck chimeras!
There should be a blue orb fragment in this area, if you haven't gotten it already.
Is there one? I might
There
not
should
have,
be.
actually.
It takes a double jump, but yeah. At the north gate.
So there is. To be fair, I never actually come to this area, so...
Right.
Now, allow me to explain how you're supposed to do this puzzle. Now, when I ran forward this way the first time, it brought me back to seemingly the same spot. Haha, but something has changed. This. You know how everyone says, don't go towards the light? This is the mission where you tell them that they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Because run towards the light, and huzzah, you get rewarded. Now, I could be a total ass to everyone watching at home and just jump right here. But no. Because then I'll be angry at myself.
There's no way to jump back up there, is there?
No.
I wouldn't imagine so.
Well, okay, maybe as Virgil. Because Virgil's fucking vertical height is stupid.
Let's be honest, what are limitations?
Let's be honest. Virgil has never known those.
Fair.
And if anyone told me that Virgil has ever been a fair and balanced character, I will divert them to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate Edition. Because Virgil has his own tier simply due to the fact that he has a surprisingly easy to do infinite corner loop that only costs 1 fucking bar.
Ooh, Credo. Okay, yeah, I concede. Best costume.
Yeah.
That's a look you shoot your enemy. Okay, well then let me ask you this. What exactly is the Order after? And who the hell is Dante? You do not demand answers from me!
You possess the power of a demon.
Back down. I don't want to hurt you. I won't do that to Kitty.
Hurt me? You don't get it, do you?
You too.
I have been chosen to take the next step in evolution. To become something far more than just human. I am an angel.
Wrong, Credo. What you become is a demon.
As captain of the Holy Knights, rest is the wish of His Holiness.
Okay, so we just got something called a seraphic fruit, and now we're fighting a one-winged angel. What game am I playing? Also, ow. Ow, my face. Ow. Also, yes, we are absolutely Bayonetta now. I hate this boss, I hate this boss, I hate this boss. This is the best boss in the fucking game.
It is, it really is.
Hi! Eat it!
I did not know you could throw the lance back.
What?
I didn't know you could throw the lance back.
Oh yeah, you totally can, it's great.
I've just always been dodging you.
Ow! You know, if you have something I don't have called timing. Also, I am 100% using scrub tactics here. Hey, Credo. What are you up to, huh? Ow. I will not use an orb. I will not use an orb. I will not use it. Oh, no one told me he could do that. Ow. Ow, my face is pain. No, 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 no. You get away from me.
Nice.
Not yet. I'm not finished. Your strength is increased.
Kitty. No, wait. This isn't what you think.
Why? Why did you do this?
It was our intentions to protect you from the truth. Nero is a demon.
You son of a...
Nero!
Not to worry, I have no intentions of harming her. Yet. Though it would appear your attachment extends beyond friendship.
She has nothing to do with this. Let her go!
Agnes! How dare you use my sister? This is my fight, and I will finish it. Let her go. His Holiness predicted your defeat, and so ordered that your sister be utilized. What? If you want her, then come and get her, for I cannot guarantee her fate.
Agnes is a dick.
Confirm.
His Holiness. Use Kyrie.
Where is he taking her? Back to headquarters?
I'd assume so. Nero, we must set aside this battle until I find out the truth of this.
Now, see, the game says my clear time was 10 minutes. But I was actually doing that mission for something like 15 or 16, given the elapsed time up there.
Cutscenes are also a thing.
Also, interesting fact. I like to believe that Credo's angel form is actually something very different than the devil trigger seen by everyone else in the game. Because the only other person who's devil trigger is because everyone else has a very beetle-like devil trigger form. Dante's is something sort of between an insect and a reptile. Virgil's is definitely an anthropomorphic, how the hell do I talk, bug of some kind. Credo is definitely a beetle. And even if we look at previous... Huh?
You mean
Yeah,
Agnes?
Agnes. words, and if we look
Okay.
at previous games, and even within this one, Sparta himself is definitely a beetle of some kind as well. The only other two people whose Devil Trigger forms aren't some kind, or the only other people besides Credo whose Devil Trigger forms aren't insects of some kind, are people who don't actually transform when they DT. Nero pops a stand, which is effectively Virgil's Devil Trigger form, with Yamato equipped. Trish just done sunglasses. I'm not even joking, her DT is she just puts sunglasses on and starts emitting electricity everywhere. It's hilarious.
It's great.
Yes, everyone is the big bad Beetleborg except for Credo. And even then, the Angelo enemies in this game also are rather insectoid in nature as well. Credo is the only one who takes up a more bird-like form between his one wing, which looks to be something like an eagle feather with dove-like, or an eagle wing with dove-like feathers, and his taloned feet. Although I guess a carapace argument could be made for his wing shield, but I'm not touching that for right now because, frankly, I'm not getting into the anatomy of demons. That's Agnes's job, not mine. Oh yeah, and then there's Lady who doesn't even really have a DT. She just has a grenade meter instead of a DT meter because, minor spoiler, her DT button is the best getaway move, or is the best cloud clearing move in the entire freaking game.
It is.
Small fact about that as well. When Lady pops her DT, there's a small chance that she'll actually say something about how Dante's gonna pay for her ammo. Which means the anime is actually canon to the story.
It's great.
Also, I love how we consistently have one person that joins in at the mission clear mark. I got the feeling this is why everyone keeps bugging me about making longer videos. At which point, I actually will say one small announcement about that for people who haven't heard me talk about it before. Yes, I'll continue doing this on a mission-by-mission basis for Nero and Dante, since their story this is effectively story mode. I don't know about soon, but there have been some news reports about how it's in development right now, because about a year or two back, I think Dante's motion capture guy posted a video on it, or posted a picture on its Facebook in full mocap gear, saying please be excited or something like that, and Capcom had that picture taken down, which kind of makes me wonder if Capcom is using using the publicity around companies telling people to take down content as a way to drive, maybe not drive hype in this case, but soft announce things. If Devil May Cry 5 is actually in the works, I'm betting we'll probably see something from it, something about it, either sometime this year or early next year. Has E3 happened yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so Maybe we'll get something about that at E3. Maybe. I don't know if it's a thing, but I hope it's coming out soon, though. Credo for Devil May Cry 5, please?
Please?
I want him playable, and his gun button could just be him throwing those lances at people, and hoping that enemies also can't catch his lances and throw it back at him. I actually a while back made up a mock moveset of what a playable Credo might look like, and sort of based the sort of complexity of his moveset to be somewhat similar to Nero, because I didn't want to bother trying to think up alt weapons for him at the time. And I remember the thing I did up for him. I had it be so that his moveset would actually change based on whether or not he was in DT. Like, he would have, not just would he have better defensive and long-range capabilities in Devil Trigger, because of all of his angelic bullshit, and his Aegis shield. I think that's how it's pronounced.
I always pronounce it Aegis.
Fair enough.
I'm probably wrong, but
That would be amazing if it had multiple campaigns. You know, and they didn't do it like how they did multiple quote-unquote campaigns like in the special editions of 3 and 4. But if it was something more along the lines of what Devil May Cry 2 did, with Dante and Lucia's discs being separate stories of their own. But then again, Capcom seems to want to bury Devil May Cry 2 under the rug. For better or for worse. I know I always had the funnest responses from people asking them if they thought Devil May Cry 2 or the reboot was worse. That's always an interesting one to pop on people. Just because there's certainly an argument that can be made between 3 and 4 for which one's best. But asking which one is worse tends to get people a very delightful kind of heated.
yes.
Oh, as I was saying earlier though, after I clear through Nero and Dante's story, I might make a little video explaining the lore and story of the game before I do this, but after I clear through that, I'm going to do the other two, the other 2/3 characters in this. Sets of missions, I should say. And that one will be done differently, where instead of doing it on a by-mission basis, I'll just keep running through missions until I hit a boss fight. And then I'll stop after each boss, because that seems more akin to how a live stream should probably be done up than this mission-by-mission basis I'm doing now. Granted, it works well for the story mode, because then that means story can be done in more digestible bits. Although there are a couple missions I'll have to do back to back just because this game loves to do this thing where it'll have an entire mission being just one boss fight, and it's the same freaking boss both times you do it, with basically the same moveset, so you're basically fighting the same boss twice with the same bullshit of a 5-minute mission just being one boss, and god damn it, Capcom! But I digress. Yeah. Because of the small delay between people posting things and me reading them, I'm going to sit here and wait for a moment. to see if there's anything anyone else wants to ask my opinion of. Or has anything really, that hopefully is not just vicious and unrelenting memeing at me, because that seems to be what my fan base likes to do.
No comment.
Actually, Shannon? I believe your name is pronounced Shannon. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. That would actually fit in pretty well with a little gimmick that the original creator of the Devil May Cry series liked to do. Where Kamiya, that was his name. Where he would always put one mission in all of his games that played a bit more like a Star Fox game. And I think that if we had a motorcycle sequence, probably with Lady as playable, we could probably get something like that put in pretty easily. So...
Or just Dante wrecking her bike.
Again,
right.
remember, kids, Devil May Cry 3 showed us that Dante is a master in bike foo.
That's right.
I still say one of my favorite little fan comic strips of Devil May Cry 3 was an alternate version of the cutscene where he grabs Cerberus for the first time, and he's dinking around with it a bit before whacking one of the nunchuck handles right into his fucking cheek. And I'm just sitting there like, that's what would accurately happen if anyone got a hold of that terrifying, impractical weapon. But then again, this is Devil May Cry. We don't care about practicality, we care about style. And we don't need to be over-the-top flashy like most things. We can be flashy in more grounded ways that end up looking better because we don't need your explosions, so go fuck yourself, Michael Bay.
Actually, I think there may be some practicality to triple rod nunchucks. I could be wrong.
There absolutely would not be if it didn't have that ring.
Right.
Honestly,
yeah, no, the ring is vitally important.
The ring is the main thing that keeps it from being practically unusable.
Right.
Not to mention he has two moves. I forget what one of them is called, but I think the other one's called Revolver. That does accurately show some of the things you can do with that ring that wouldn't be possible in a more traditionally created tri-head nunchuck, where he actually grabs it by the ring and just smacks people over the head with all three at the same time.
Yeah. Is that one Revolver? Because the main two moves I remember from Cerberus are that move and Satellite.
Yeah. Plus, there's another move he has, I think it's called Windmill, where he actually tosses it forward a little bit, punches through the center of the ring, and then spins it around his wrist. So he has this weird offense shield that goes on. Which makes me wonder yet again, if Dante has that, why has Virgil never have his blade spin defense in his move set? Also, when I get to playing as Virgil, everyone expect me to spend about 5 minutes bitching about what actually should be a minor change to his moveset, but really isn't. Other games that feel like Devil May Cry. Bayonetta's an easy one to point at. If you want a 2D game that has a very similar way it conducts combat to Devil May Cry, I recommend Beautiful Joe. And if you want a game that's a bit less technical and more stylized than Devil May Cry, but has some very similar design philosophies, I also suggest Metal Gear Rising. And I've heard a lot of people also compare God Hand, that's it. I've heard a lot of people compare God Hand and Devil May Cry, but I've never played God Hand myself, so I can't say for sure how similar it is.
Also, I feel Heavenly Sword is a good bridge between God of War and Devil May Cry, mechanically speaking.
Yeah. Heavenly Sword's also good. If you want to know what the reboot's mechanics feel like when they aren't stupid. Heavenly Sword is basically what happens if you take all of these stupid parts of the reboot's mechanics out. And it's pretty great. Just keep in mind that with Heavenly Sword, you do need a controller that has 6-axis, because there are a few puzzles in that game where you throw things and use the controller, and you sort of tilt and pivot the controller around to move what you threw to hit things. So that's something to keep aware of. I don't know if there's an analog way to do that, unfortunately. One curse of a lot of early PS3 games is that they were designed with 6-axis in mind, while third-party controllers weren't. Although I think gyro controls are now a mandatory thing for PS4, which, for better or for worse. Well, as far as third-party controllers go anyways. Also, this is gonna sound weird as hell, but if you want an indie game that's sort of like a bridge between the Tales of games and Devil May Cry, Fairy Bloom Freesia. Freesia. I have no idea how that's supposed to be pronounced. But...
Freesia?
Maybe? Either way, when you first take a look at it, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but it actually does feel like what would happen if you took Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Symphonia's mechanics, done through the lens of games similar to Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. It's actually pretty great. Story is basically non-existent in that, though. I can pretty much describe the entire story of that game by saying you're a fairy that protects a forest from typically amorphous blobs of corruption, at least early on. Sure thing, though. I like to help people find new games, and then have them come back to me and be like, Deexo, man, your taste in games are so shit. Why do you play video games for people again? But yeah. Again, gonna keep around for just a little bit longer to see if there's anything else people will say that will inevitably make me go on a tangent. And after a few minutes have passed, if no one has anything else for me and nothing comes to mind that I should say now, I'm probably going to head out for the night. Because half of this video has been me not playing the fucking game. And that'll be great to people at home that are like, dude, that's not professionalism. I am not playing Sonic 06, Machi. Go fuck yourself. At some point, I do want to run through both adventure games, though, on this channel. I will say that.
Generations is also fantastic.
The main thing that keeps me from playing Generations is I want to get all of the references.
Ah, okay.
I know, right? Lady for motorcycle sequence would be great. Also, I could see Capcom doing up a motorcycle sequence for the next Devil May Cry, and then making a trash mobile game based on it. I absolutely... Huh?
Sorry. I was gonna say I could see the motorcycle level play out very similarly to the Route 666 level in Bayonetta.
No, yeah, probably. Also, I do intend on playing Shadow the Hedgehog at some point. What I want to do with Shadow the Hedgehog is live stream that. Because I think single playthroughs of Shadow the Hedgehog aren't that long. So what I want to do with it is play through just one go of it, the whole thing on live stream, and then have people choose which path I go on for each level. Because I feel like that would be fun. And I plan on doing something kind of similar to when I do Life is Strange. Where I'll just play through a whole chapter at a time, and have people go, hey, you should be a dick to everyone. Because that's inevitably what people will do. And we will hit the sequence where tragedy happens, and people will want me to make tragedy become worse. Because that is exactly what I expect of humanity at this point. Fuck me. Anyways, I think I'm going to cut it off there for the night, so we'll see if I end up doing another video where half of it is me just talking about random bullshit. So, glad to meet new person to the streams, and I'll see you guys whenever I end up uploading next. And I'm sorry to the one person that just joined. Later.